welcome to another class. Today we are going to start with a new activity called Arustasha. Arustasha. And then you have to go on the side, here like in the middle, and then on the other side. Take a look. Stand up to do it with me.
Thumbs up, thumbs up. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Wrists together, wrists together. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Wrists together, wrists together. Elbows in, elbows in. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Wrists together, wrists together. Elbows in, elbows in. Knees together, knees together. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Wrists together, wrists together. Elbows in, elbows in. Knees together, knees together. Toes together, toes together. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Wrists together, wrists together. Elbows in, elbows in. Knees together, knees together. Toes together, toes together. Bottoms up, bottoms up. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha. Arustasha, Arustasha, Arustasha.
To begin class, we are going to have a quick review of reflexive pronouns from the last class. It's something we have to memorize. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. And then we have you again for plural. You for you, only one, or you for you, a group of others. Okay? Now, these are the nouns and these are the reflexive, sorry. These are the pronouns and these are reflexive pronouns. Pronouns, pronouns. Personal pronouns, reflexive pronouns. Okay? I, myself. You, yourself. He, himself. She, herself. It, itself. We, ourselves. They, themselves. And you, plural, yourselves. Okay? Now, you, I'm going to point at the personal pronoun and you give me the reflexive pronoun. Are you ready? She, correct. I, correct. They, correct. He, correct. You, or for singular, you. Good job. That was a quick review. I'm gonna give you an example of a sentence with pronoun, personal pronoun, and reflexive pronouns. I checked 200 emails myself. Nobody helped. I checked my emails myself. Today we are working adverbs of time. This is a super easy topic. Adverbs of time are words that refer to a specific time or moment. Now, these are words, only words, but the part you have to pay attention to is how to use these words in the sentence correctly. So, to try to explain this concept to you, I made a timeline. You know timelines, right? They are lines where you put different dates of different events that took place. So this is a timeline because we're talking about time. I marked this little line as now. It means this is the present time. Now it is the present time. Remember, this is my symbol to express to express present time. And I'm going to write it here, present. Then, whatever happens before the present time, we call it past. So, this is now. In this moment, that's the present time. Whatever happens over here before the present, we call it past. And then whatever happens after the present, after this moment, we call it future. Future. Okay? So our timeline will look like this, with things in the present, some things or words or expressions in the past, and some in the future. Well, now let's take a look at the chart in the book. It's something similar to this, but it has some specific words. Are you on page 83 now? It's 83. The title is Adverbs of Time. Let's read the information there. Go. Adverbs of time refer to a time when an action was performed. Yesterday, tomorrow, today, later, now, last week, last month, last year, and next week, next month, next year are adverbs of time. This timeline shows the times to which each adverb refers. I got my timeline ready. Okay, so what I said is, please circle in your book, circle the word now, because that's the present and that's where we'll start. Now, if you move to the left, you'll see words, for example, yesterday, we'll put it here, yesterday. We also have last week. We also have last month, or we also have last year. Okay, I used abbreviations, but the words are in your book. But if you're talking about the future, we have words like later, tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year. That's it. These words are what? Adverbs of time. They are words that tell you if the action was performed, was done in present, in past, or in the future. Okay, now let's go to the exercise number 1. It says, draw a line from the adverb of time to the sentence that most likely follows it. What do we have to do? Draw a line. Draw a line. Oh, you mean like match? The adverb to the correct sentence that most likely follows it. The correct one. The one that complements the information. Okay, now, here we go. The first thing I need you to look at is my book. Here it is. One thing I did here was I underlined some keywords. Year, Only year? No. Week and month. Why did I underline that? Because these keywords will help you understand what the sentences say. Okay? Good. Now, in the sentences, I also underlined some words like was, will go, will be, exercised, will have. Why did I do that? Because I want you to pay attention in the sentences if we're talking about past, present, or future. Because you need to know in order to match the two parts correctly. Now, that's it. Number one, I like showing you my book because I can point at the things that I want you to pay attention to. The first one says, next year. Next year. Look at the chart. Next year is the present. This is 2020. Next year is 2021. It's the future. So, look for a sentence that talks about the future. Number one, was is future. Past. Will go, that's future. The next one, will be, that's future. The next one, exercised, past. And the last one, will have, that's future. So we have three possible sentences that match. Next year. Now let's read what each sentence says in order to match the information. Next year, in 2021, this evening, next year, no. Next year, I will be in 6th grade. You are in 5th grade, but next year, you're in 5th grade, but next year you will be in, yeah? Or next year I will have soccer practice. What do you think fits better? Next year I will be in 6th grade. Thank you. Number two, the next one. Yesterday. Yesterday. Is that present, past, or future? Yesterday. It's past. So we need to find a sentence that talks about past. Okay? How about yesterday? The weather was nicer than today. Could be. Or I exercised 20 out of 30 days. Yesterday I exercised 20 out of 30 days. How about the weather was nicer than today? Yeah, yesterday past. Match. Good. Number three, later, minutes later, hours later, or just let time go by. Later, what? Oh, later is the future. This is the present. Later, not right now, not in this moment. Later, that's future. What? Later this evening, I will go back home. Later, I will have soccer practice. Later this evening. Right now, it is what? What time? 1. It's 1. So later, it will be evening. and I will go back home. So that's the answer. Later this evening, I will go back home. Okay, match. The next one, next week. Next week. Is that in the present? No. Next week. A week apart. In the future? What? I exercised? No, that's past, and we're looking for something in the future. I will have soccer practice. Next week, I will have soccer practice. Yeah, match. And the last one says, last month, last month, last week, last month, that is in the past, what? I exercised 20 out of 30 days. Okay, past, past. So match that one, please. Good job. I need you to please stretch your hands up to the sides, to the right, to the left, up again, to the front, and ah. Okie dokie. You are ready for page 84. Go, come on. If you want to stop the video right now, go drink some water. Good. Only water. Don't go get cookies. Okay, we are ready for page 84. Ready? Again, this is about adverbs of time. I got my timeline because we're gonna need it. But here on page 84, they are gonna show us different adverbs of time. The ones we just practiced last year, last month, next year, now, all those. Okay, we are gonna learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new adverbs of time that are not exactly as easy as the ones we did with the timeline. Are you on page 84? Good, let's read instructions. Well, not instructions, the information there from top to bottom, okay? 1, 2, read. Some adverbs of time are tricky to use. The following adverbs have similar meanings with only a slight difference. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 adverbs of time are tricky, confusing, but they are also adverbs of time. The book also says they have similar meanings, very similar meanings. There's just a little bit of a difference, so you have to pay attention when you read your sentences, okay? The sentence is going to give you information, so you get to choose the correct adverb, okay? Just. The first adverb is just. Very recently or exactly at that moment can be used for past tense. So we're going to place just in our past. I'm going to put it here. And then there is an example using that adverb of time. His plane just landed a minute ago. Are we talking about present? No, we're saying ago. 1 minute ago. So that is very recent. Okay? The next adverb is still. Let's read what it is used when it is used. Up to and including the present time. And the sentence, I am still living in Waterford. I am still. So we're going to place still in the present time. Whatever action you mention with the word still, it means the action continues to be the same. The third one is yet. In the chart, it says, up until now, used in present perfect tense questions and in negative sentences. Only in negative sentences, not in affirmative. Only in negative sentences or in questions in the present perfect tense. And then we have an example there. We have not arrived in Dublin yet. If it says not, then it is negative. Okay? We have not arrived in Dublin yet. The next adverb is already. Already. It says done sometime. If it says done, that word means complete, finished. Done sometime before now. Used in present perfect and in past perfect tenses. It is in past. Already. Okay? It is used in past perfect, we said, and present perfect, which is finished action also. Okay. And the last adverb is the word soon. How do we use it? In or after a short time, used for the future. Good. Now for activity 1 in the book on page 84, you have to rewrite the sentences replacing what is underlined using one of the adverbs from the chart above. Okay? So, what I recommend you to do is identify the description of that is underlined. For example, number 1, it says, my sister will arrive, which is future, at our house in a short time. That part that is underlined says a short time. So you have to look into the chart for which word is used to express a short time and in future. Okay? You do the same thing for all the other sentences. Identify the tense. Is it present, past, or future? And then substitute what is underlined with one of the words we have in the chart, one of the adverbs of time. I need you to stop the video here, finish your activity, and come back when you're done. Go. Excellent, guys. You did awesome. I know that you were following my instructions. I know that you're listening carefully to my examples and explanations. Well, that's it for today's class. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. See you.